If you're considering buying the Meade ETX90 Observer, wait just a second because I'm about to reveal some things that might surprise you. This telescope promises a lot: 90 mm aperture, clear lunar views, and an impressive 30,000 object database in its automated AudioStar controller. But here's what surprised me. It's not all smooth sailing with this scope. In fact, there are some issues that every beginner and amateur astronomer should know before clicking that buy button. You see, it's often praised, but does it live up to the hype? That's exactly what we're diving into today. Don't make a move until you hear the honest truth about the Meade ETX90 Observer. Stick around because I'll also share who this scope actually works for and the hidden gems you might not expect. Right off the bat, let me clear one thing up. The ETX90 Observer is a bit of a mixed bag. Its Maksutov-Cassegrain design, the same type seasoned stargazers love for pinpoint star images, does deliver exceptional contrast and sharpness. On paper, with that 1250 focal length and ultra-high transmission coatings, it sounds like a dream come true for anyone itching to explore planets and the moon in detail. But here's the catch. While optics can be great, the user experience isn't always stellar. I got my hands on this scope and immediately ran into a few quirks that might catch you off guard, especially if you're new to telescopes. But before warning bells go off, let me rehook you. These aren't deal breakers for everyone. In fact, some features could make the ETX90 a hit depending on what you're looking for. First, let's talk portability and setup. Because if you love taking your telescope camping or hiking as the product description suggests, you'll want to know the reality. The ETX90 does come with a full-size, sturdy aluminum tripod and a hard carrying case for the mount and OTA optical tube assembly, plus a bag for the tripod. Great, but the scope's weight and bulkiness still make it less travel-friendly than smaller, more compact models. Removing the OTA for customization or transportation is a nice touch, but reassembling the scope isn't the easiest, especially in the dark when your fingers are frozen and the mosquitoes are having a party. This isn't your grab-and-go scope if you need something quick and light. So, if your idea of stargazing involves a quick setup in your backyard, this may slow you down. Now, here's something that might make you chuckle. I once tried to find Saturn with the red dot viewfinder included and felt like I was playing Where's Waldo with the Cosmos. It's good for initial alignment, but don't expect it to be your GPS for the stars. Speaking of navigation, the AudioStar computerized hand controller packs a database of 30,000 objects and even includes a 4-hour narrated tour and a presentation feature. Sounds pretty high-tech, right? But hold on. This leads me to one of the major pain points. The interface and motor tracking isn't always smooth. Sometimes the motors jitter or stall, meaning you'll waste precious viewing time fussing with alignment or recalibration. For beginners hoping for an intuitive point-and-watch experience, that can be frustrating. The dual DC servo motors have potential, but they don't always deliver buttery smooth tracking that you'd expect from an automated scope in this price range. Let me hit you with a little story about the optics. Remember the internal flip mirror system. It allows the light to be directed to the rear of the telescope for astrophotography attachments or an eyepiece. Cool, right? Well, adapters for cameras aren't included, so you'll need to hunt for additional gear. I tested planetary shots with a smartphone adapter and found the image quality was decent but nothing mind-blowing. If you're dreaming of crisp photos of nebulae or galaxies, you might be better off saving up for a scope designed specifically with astrophotography in mind. However, if you just want to impress your friends with decent lunar snapshots, this system has you covered. But here's where the contradiction bites. The high focal ratio of f13.8 means the field of view is narrow and the image dimmer, compared to wider field telescopes. So deep sky objects will be a challenge. It's more like a planetary and lunar scope on steroids rather than a broad sky explorer. And here's a rehook for you. If you've been burned by hard-to-use telescopes before, you're going to appreciate some of the ergonomic touches Meade packed in. The equatorial tilt plate allowing polar alignment is a standout, especially if you plan some long-exposure astrophotography. Plus, the built-in bubble level and compass on the tripod make initial setup less intimidating. These little helpers pull some weight when you want to dive deeper into celestial navigation. That said, if you're a total beginner with no interest in astrophotography or complex alignments, this feature might just stay in the box collecting dust. So the ETX90 Observer starts to feel like a tool with multiple hats, some of which you might not wear. Now for a quick joke to lighten things up. Why did the star get arrested? Because it was a little starstruck. Okay, back to the scope. One more small gripe. The package comes with two 1.25 super Plossl eyepieces, 9.7 and 26. While these are decent for starters, they can leave you wanting more. The eyepieces are basic and don't provide the best edge-to-edge sharpness that more premium lenses deliver. Upgrading your eyepiece collection down the road is almost a given if you want to fully enjoy what this scope can show you. So be prepared to spend more money. Who exactly is the Meade ETX90 Observer for then? If you're a casual stargazer wanting a step up from binoculars or a beginner eager to learn the night sky, it could be a great fit, especially with the audio narration and GOTO technology to guide you. Outdoor lovers who plan to bring a relatively portable telescope on hiking or camping trips will appreciate the carrying cases and the solid tripod. But if you're a seasoned hobbyist wanting flawless motor tracking or serious astrophotography results, the ETX90 might leave you wanting. It's a wonderful educational scope, but not necessarily an expert's powerhouse. Before wrapping this up, let me tell you why, despite some flaws, I'm still recommending it with a positive note. The Meade ETX90 Observer embodies a legacy of quality optics from the ETX series, while blending modern computerized guidance and portability. It's like the Swiss Army knife of beginner telescopes, functional, reliable, and fun despite not being perfect. Many users love the balance of good optics and automation. Plus, the build is solid and the customer support from Meade is approachable, which makes a difference when you're just starting out. Another joke for you as we wrap up. How do you organize a party in space? You plan it. And with your new Meade ETX90 Observer, you'll at least be able to plan one heck of a star party. In summary, this scope is a thoughtful package if you understand its strengths and quirks. It won't instantly solve all your astronomy puzzles, but it will reward your patience and curiosity. The robust tripod, the audiovisual aids, and the true Maksutov-Cassegrain optics equip you well to dive into lunar landscapes and planetary details. So, if you've been on the fence, now you know what you're really signing up for. Don't buy the Meade ETX90 Observer expecting flawless automation or deep sky domination, but do consider it a smart, engaging companion for your stargazing journey. And if you want to find the best deal and support this channel, check out the link in the description below. It takes you right to Amazon for the latest pricing and offers. Whether you're gifting it to a budding astronomer or treating yourself to a glimpse of the universe, the ETX90 delivers moments worth reaching for. Ready to conquer the cosmos. Your gateway starts with informed choice, and that's exactly what I aim to give you today.